Government leaders have abandoned the capital and are now hiding in exile. Information out of occupied Athens has been sporadic, but Soviet forces are indeed in control of the capital as well as much of the outlying territories in Greece. In the city, fighting among Allied and Soviet troops continues, but the Allied death toll is rising rapidly. Now it remains to be seen if Allied forces will be able to weather this onslaught intact. Reacting to this latest assault, Allied diplomats led the United Nations in a 281-7 vote that, in approving a unique military funding initiative aimed at increasing global Allied support. This proposal calls for the formation of a global defense agency to be temporarily established in an as yet unnamed European capital. Indeed, in control of the capital as well as much of the outlying...
Sounds bad, does it not? Well, it is. But Stalin has just written his obituary. At last, this will help us galvanize the rest of the world against him. Yes, we have lost Greece. But we are not out just yet. Stalin may think so. But if we can continue to counsel the talents of commanders like yourself, we will come through this war on top. My old friend... One of Tanya's men. She found something. But Russian security agents have captured her. They will almost certainly take her back to Moscow. We must get her back. She has vital information on the Iron Curtain project. That information could help tip the scales in our favor. Let him clear his head. In this state, he is of no use to us. The Soviets currently hold Tanya near Grodno. The prison is well guarded, but a supply truck from a nearby Soviet base runs through the facility several times a day. If your spies can infiltrate the war factory, they may be able to hitch a ride into the prison compound. Once you have found Tanya, get her out of there any way you can.
Ooh. Oh. Such a pretty face. Where is Professor Einstein? I was hoping you'd say that. I'm afraid the effects are quite permanent.
Reinforcements have arrived. Timer started. 30
Commander,
minutes remain.
for king and country. For king and country. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country, indeed. 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 For king and country.
Building infiltrated. infiltrated.
That's all you got? Kiss it bye-bye. What's up? Let's rock. Let's rock. I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. I'm there. Chew on this. Let's rock. I'm there. I'm there. Cha-ching! I'm there. Chew on this. I'm there. Let's rock. Chew on this. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Chew on this. Cha-ching! Chew on this. Chew on this. There. I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. Cha-ching! Chew on this. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Cha-ching! Let's rock. I'm there. I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. I'm there. Let's rock. Cha-ching! I'm there. I'm there. Let's rock on this. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. I'm there.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I'm there. Cha-ching! I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock.
Tanya rescued. Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Vehicle. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Reporting acknowledged. Affirmative. Engineering. Reporting acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir. Engineering. Affirmative.
New construction
Yes, sir.
options.
Affirmative. Yes, affirmative.
Building.
Ready and waiting. F1.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Yes, sir. Engineering. Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting.
Construction options. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Unit ready.
Waiting orders.
Low
Acknowledged.
power. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. New construction options.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready.
Vehicle
Building.
reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Building. Repairing. Unit ready.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. New construction
Vehicle
options.
reporting. Affirmative.
Building. Repairing.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Affirmative.
Repairing.
Waiting orders.
Unit ready. Unit repaired.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Base is under attack.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes,
repaired.
acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Silence.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Silence needed.
Affirmative.
Waiting
Repaired.
orders. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Waiting orders.
Awaiting
Construction
order.
complete.
Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Acknowledged.
Vehicle
Unit
affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged. Waiting orders.
Building. Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Prepared.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Unable to comply. Building in progress.
Vehicle
Unit
acknowledged.
prepared. Building.
Reporting very well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Building.
Waiting order. Affirmative. 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 Waiting order. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Prepared. Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Vehicle reporting.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Preparing.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative.
Preparing.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Unit prepared.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Vehicle reporting.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
prepared.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Preparing. Building. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Unit prepared. Preparing. Building.
Reporting.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
prepared. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle report knowledge.
Yes, sir? Yes, sir? Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Preparing.
Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir.
Unit prepared.
Vehicle report affirmative.
Preparing.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir? Acknowledged. Yes, sir? Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir?
Building. Preparing. Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Construction complete. Building. Unit prepared. Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir?
Base is under attack.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir? Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing. Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Unit repaired. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir? Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir? Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Prepare.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
prepared.
Affirmative.
Prepare.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit prepared. Repairing.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Vehicle reporting.
Preparing. Building. Unit prepared.
Awaiting orders.
Prepare.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit prepared. Preparing.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit
Awaiting
prepared.
orders.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Awaiting
Prepare.
orders. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative.
Preparing.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Acknowledged.
Prepare.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle
Unit
affirmative.
prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Mission accomplished.
So very pretty, but oh so stubborn.